the thing because it might start. Happy Monday, everyone. It's the last show of 2025, and we couldn't be happier to see a more worthy year fucking go. Thank you all so much for joining us while we discuss what comes next on today's Java and Jugs.
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye, 2025. Adios.
Oh my goodness, I have not despised a year so much since the last time this guy was president.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, can I be a Debbie Downer and think he's still president this year coming up and still?
Well, we're hoping he's going
to
accidentally pass away.
I'm sorry, Debbie Downer, me. But then look who we have to be the president when he passes away.
Vance?
Option either. Oh.
At least the good thing with that is Vance does not have the charisma of Trump at all.
He's a chicken shit.
Hey, I don't know. Erica Kirk begs to differ, though.
Oh God, Erica! Oh my God, Erica Kirk. Yes, she seems.
Oh my goodness, she just looked like Stanford wife. I don't even know what to call her. Like she's so emotion.
A little while back,
that
it talked about Charlie's death, and it said so many people hated him just for his racism, his nationalism, his other assorted right-wing bullshit. But what the liberals never really appreciated was his true contribution to the world. The whole time he was keeping us safe from her.
She was the real evil in the world, I guess.
She had no. I don't understand. Like some of her face, she had no emotions or nothing. Like fakeness. I'm like, are you?
Except the eyes.
I mean,
it's all in the eyes.
When you introduce yourself to the American public by throwing a fucking festival for the fact your husband is dead, complete with fireworks and everything.
Fireworks, yeah.
Wow. I mean, if there is a heaven, then naturally Charlie would be there because his God loves that sort of bullshit. He'd be looking down and going, wow, okay, I guess she really misses me then.
It's like big church. Really, like those TPUSA things I've been watching. It just looks like a mega church with the sparklers and the music and the people flying around. Like, do you guys see the stage?
Using reconstructed the area where he was shot, and people were taking selfies.
A staged, a recreated stage where he got pow pow.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing.
No, say that's not so.
No, they did, but that is the turning point. The September 10th, the moment Charlie lost the gun debate, was the turning point for their organization. They found it. When what was it? It was another meme. It was it was pointing out how there were two founders of Turning Point USA, and they had two political policies. The one dude, his thing was COVID regulations are stupid and horrible, and he died from COVID. And Charlie's thing was gun regulation is stupid and horrible, and he died from gun violence. And so the response was the dildo of consequences has excellent timing.
Oh, jeez. Hoisted by their own petard.
For real. Also, I need to figure out how to get a dildo of consequences into the merch store.
Ooh.
Not a bad idea.
I like that idea too. Just holding that dildo microphone. Speaking to the microphone.
Hello.
I think it's doable.
Oh my God. One check two.
Ay. So yeah, it's multiple layers of irony. It's just unbelievably bullshit. And we've seen a lot of irony this year. Like earlier in the month, a lot of us were personally dealing with some static and some bullshit, and some of us still are. It's fascinating because this particular group of cultists, their whole thing is ostensibly predicated on holding people accountable for the way they treat survivors of abuse. And one of their cult leaders, they had to ignore twice, both when he told them who he is, in that he abuses victims of abuse, but also when he called for people to be held accountable for that kind of behavior. And they're just ignoring everything he says, but holding up his flag while they march around. I'm referring to a few people who showed up on AJ's show last night. If you caught it over on Skeptic Cave, and it was quite an adventure.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it, obviously. Sorry that I wasn't there.
Just people coming to show support and told me to stop making content. So here I am making more because, like, hey, you want to see more of my face?
That's right. When someone tries to silence you, get louder.
Oh yeah.
There's actual science behind it. So, as all the world knows at this point, immediately after this show is another show that many of us are also on called Hot Topic. And today we're doing the history of consciousness. As I was looking into the background, because it's a very complicated topic, as you might know, one of the founders of the Black Panther Party got a PhD in the study of human consciousness. So that's neat. We know from the study of consciousness that it goes partly to how behavior works, but also partly how cognition works. That when a person tries to silence another person, it's because they're afraid of what that person is saying, and it's working. Like we learned this from one of the founders of the Black Panther Party. Get louder.
Yeah. Their whole aim is just to silence people and to get people to comply and conform and be a very particular kind of whitewashed individual. Actually, individual is probably the wrong word because they don't want you to be an individual. They just want you to be one of us. Be one of
Black
us.
Panther, the evil.
Yeah, they thought the Black
malicious
Panther
group. Evil malicious
TPUSA
group.
is the real evil.
Evil malicious group.
Black Panthers did so much good for this country, and TPUSA is quite the opposite. It's like counterintuitive.
It really is, and it's not just the fucking color thing. Like, Black Panthers, they provided security to neighborhoods where the police not only didn't police, but actually made things worse. They fed hungry children. They provided social services. They held political movements that meant something, like showing up in Sacramento with assault rifles to make the point that if you're going to put guns above people, you're subject to the same yourself. They did so much politically, whereas with Turning Point, not only are they not helping anyone, but all of their gestures are just gestures. It's just performative virtue signaling based on the conservative version of values. It's wild how it's so exactly the opposite.
It's so toxic, and it is actually just virtue signaling. It's very empty platitudes. They mean nothing by it. It's just a lot of word salad, because at the end of the day, they mean nothing of it. They don't mean this peace and love and understanding. That is not their message at all. That's just the facade they're selling.
I mean, they want it for a certain group of people.
Yes, for a certain group of people, right? If they conform, as long as they can conform.
Conform and sell, like you say, they're trying to sell something, right? They're trying to make the grift to make the money. That's how they're doing it. So
and Erica Kirk is doing an amazing job at it, considering she just lost her husband to something super tragic. You know, it's not just a normal kind of, oh, somebody got sick and passed away, or you knew it was coming. It's super tragic the way that he died. And she's just been out on the town. I can understand to stay busy. I'm one of those people. I would probably prefer to be doing something than nothing, but to be out and about while telling a message to women that they should want to be home and subservient to their husbands and raising their family and, you know, taking care of the house and being whatever the husband needs, you know, to basically just catering to this guy like you're his mother. And yet you own a business now. You're the CEO of TP USA, Toilet Paper USA, and living this very luxurious lifestyle, not at home raising kids.
Hey, I see TP.
You're not wrong, Dr. Kip.
No, he's not wrong. Dr. Kip says that's unfair, Amber. TP USA is helping to embolden the debate bros. And that is literally true. In the wake of Charlie's death, there are thousands of little wannabe podcasters setting up their little tents and their little Steven Crowder debate me signs at college campuses, hoping to be the hand-picked successor, because clearly TP USA needs a man to run it. In keeping its own value.
Every time I see TP USA and I run into it a lot, toilet paper is the first thing that I think of, and then I have to remember its turning points.
I think that's kind of what they meant, actually, because remember, 90% of conservative politics is trolling. Like they start doing a thing to own the libs, and then they realize their base doesn't understand it was a joke, and so they just do the bit. I'm pretty sure USA is like that too. I mean, their logo is a fucking roll, you know? How could they not know?
With the arrow it's telling you how you're supposed to put the toilet paper on the roll, the way that it's supposed to face. The toilet paper roll, the paper should be coming over top and over, not
Thank
under.
you. That's right. Anybody put it under over here? Because you're gonna be disowned.
I read the original patent, which I definitely for sure, because I saw it on Facebook.
It don't roll right. Gotta be over.
Exactly.
Honestly, my grandmother used to do it the other way around, and I'm like, why do you do that? She actually had a good reason. Cats. If you do it over the top, the cats can do that thing where they're like, nee, and just empty the whole roll. But if you do it the other way and the cats try that, the roll stays up there because it's rolling backwards. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But it's still technically wrong.
It is wrong. I have to fight my husband still on that one. He puts it back.
Well, you know, I would be at least happy if somebody would just put the toilet paper back on the roll. I think that would just, instead of just having to have the empty one on the roll still, and then this new one just sitting on the counter next to the toilet.
Okay, that's the majority of the times. Yeah, that's most.
Yeah,
most
I get you. Not the biggest fight in my house right now is somebody keeps using the bathroom but leaving like 2 squares on the roll.
Because they don't want to change it.
Squares.
It's just
like square.
Hold on, Ryan. Hold on. Let's make you big so we can see.
Okay, go.
Build this wall.
That's
mirrored. Hell yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Please. Thank you. Meow.
Meow. Meow. Ryan speaks feelinistish.
So do you I know we're talking about Erica Kirk and everything, because how can you not talk about Erica Kirk and Nicki Minaj and Barry Weiss and that whole debacle going on? But do you all do the New Year's resolutions? Do you guys ever do that?
I actually wanted to make fun of that today. I mean, like, make fun of it in kind of a lighthearted way, because I know a lot of people still do it, and it is kind of like an appropriate topic for this kind of show. Yeah. But also, like, I gave up resolutions when I was like 9 years old. I'm like, why am I going to wait until the new year to do a thing I know I want to do? I'll just do it now, you know?
Do it now. I
Just do it.
I've tried
It's Shia
to
LaBeouf.
do. I've tried to do like New Year's resolutions. I think the one I kind of did for a while was not cursing. For a long time, I had not cursed. I'd kind of cut it out, and then I let it back in.
Why?
How can you stop that already?
It probably had something to do with religion. Honestly, trying to be
Religion.
I'm trying to be a good girl.
I was raised being a fucking sailor, and I ain't gonna fucking say it.
Fuck
Fuck
that
yeah.
shit.
Avastia lovers. The one thing I've done in my adult life that came close to being a resolution, and it's by a pure coincidence of timing, was giving up cigarettes. Because when I made the decision to actually care about my health and started changing things, I knew I couldn't. The nicotine addiction is way too fucking strong. I couldn't just stop. I had to run out of the cigarettes I currently had. And so I made that deal with myself. I will run out of the cigarettes I currently have, and that's it. That no more cigarettes, right? And the day I happened to run out of cigarettes was January 2nd. I tried for the first, but I didn't want to make myself smoke more just to be out on the first.
That's funny. Yeah, I was talking to Skeptical Scott. I was on my show recently, and he was talking about that New Year's resolutions. He's like, I give them up because I just like everybody, right? You promise yourself you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna eat better, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that, and then by like mid-January, early February, it's over, right? So he's like, instead, he does the one word challenge, which is the one that I posted. I think some of you replied to it, where you where you pick one word and you kind of carry it through the year, and to remind you of what you want to accomplish that year. And it doesn't give you a deadline. It doesn't give you like anything super specific. It's just a word sort of like to refresh your memory of like, hey, I want to do, I don't know, mine was wanderlust, like traveling or like seeing more places, even in town, and even a short day trip, even go hiking at the parks that I haven't been to or things like that, right? Just see something new. Yeah.
It's cheating though. It's a compound word, so you're getting 2 words in there.
Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, smart.
Cheater. I think I chose healthy.
Yeah, I think
something I've been trying to do over the past since forever. But I do feel as though I've gotten much better as I've gotten older at making better choices for myself.
Right, and that's the thing. You just pick the one word, and it doesn't mean, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, all month or 5 days a week or something. It just means like you're gonna introduce things that are gonna make you healthier, whatever way that looks like throughout the whole year. And so just by choosing that one word, you just remind yourself of that.
Yeah, I think that works really well.
Tone and an aim.
Yeah,
it's almost it's not like manifesting in that silly woo-woo way, but it's like helping you to focus, and so more of your things will serve that end if you think about it regular. Like put a big old fucking post-it right on your computer monitor so it's with you all day, every day, or at least every day you're at your computer monitor. AJ, in your case, if you're actually out doing the thing, you won't see the reminder because you're away from your computer.
I just tattoo it on me. I'm kidding.
I do have a New Year's resolution that I think I'm actually going to be able to live up to this year. No more dogs. I don't need any more dogs.
Okay.
No more dogs?
No more dogs. I've got 3 of them. I can't handle another.
I don't know. Never say never.
Oh, don't.
I'm like, you know what happens when you say stuff like that?
I'm going to end up with like 10 by December.
The dog distribution system is going to be right at your door, my friend. You shouldn't have said anything.
It already has me.
There's an open highway to your home, Lila.
I mean, look
and
at
if
it.
it's not the dogs, it's the cats. One of the distribution systems is going to find you.
It's going to find you. Oh, hello there. Oh, so cute.
It's dog-shaped Dr. Kip.
Dog-shaped Dr. Kip.
Not to be confused with human-shaped Dr. Kip. And on that note, I have a thing. Give me a second to pull it up because I actually planned it for the next show, Hot Topic, which follows this show at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm just babbling while I pull up the things. And there it is. Okay. So some countries celebrate a book flood this time of year. This is the script I prepared for Hot Topic, so bear with me. Some countries celebrate a book flood this time of year. And in the spirit of scholarship, I'm pleased to say, friend of the community, Dr. Kip Davis, has finally released his new book, God's Propaganda, as an audiobook. You can now get it in any format you like. I'm not sponsored by either Kip or any particular audiobook platform, although I could be. I'm just a proponent of supporting creators doing good work and spreading the word about that work when it makes sense to do so. Like now, because books came up. I love traditional books, make no mistake. The weight, the feel, the smell of the paper, but audio is a lot more accessible for a lot of folks like me. So now that the audio edition is out, I thought I'd live up to my ideals and spread the word where it might do some good. So, you know, get a copy, whatever, you know, do the thing.
I need a copy.
Do the thing.
Look, copies.
Do it.
It's a nice one.
Do that thing.
Peer pressure. We will judge you. Do it. It's a new year. You could learn some Bible lore.
Yes, we are going to.
It's probably one of the best books ever in the last few years, easily. It's really readable. Like, it's really readable for a topic you think would be really dense. He does a great job with it.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover. I imagine that must be hard because even when I try to write like a little script, I'm like, oh, I'll just make a little 5-minute video. Let me just write something up real quick. And then fucking 10 pages later, I'm like, this isn't 5 minutes. What am I going to cut out of here that's still going to make it I understand that must be when you have so much to say, when you have so much to say,
but you got too much into too small a space.
Yeah, so much. But
yeah, I have that problem too.
Happens all the time. Yeah, I mean, scripts I've written that were just going to be 1-minute script, and then I've never done them because I was tired that I put so much into it, and it's not exactly what I want it to be. So it's just sitting there now. Great waste of time.
I mean, everything you do is practice for the next
fireworks.
So even yes, I love the effect, but everything, even things that you don't actually publish, it's still practice for the next thing, right? You're going to be better at it the next time. And sometimes you'll use bits of those notes in future projects.
See, thank you, Ember. Putting a positive spin on unfinished work.
That's right.
Making me feel better about incomplete projects that I have, which are many. Lots
oh my goodness. I know. I understand.
I don't want to grow up with that. I have too many.
Yeah, I'm a person where like it doesn't count unless I get to put the check mark done next to it. Then none of the effort counted. And I deal with that all the fucking time. That's one of the reasons I can't seem to ever stop working. But and I know I get hung up on things. Like I'll be watching a video that's like 35 minutes long. And I noticed at like the 25-minute mark, they've told the entire story and now they're just repeating themselves. And it's at the 30-minute mark and I have to go do other things, but I'll still finish the last 5 minutes of the video because I want it to be finished, you know? And I hate that.
I am the same way. Yeah. But I have so many lists and then another list. And I keep them over like different documents and on paper and on, and it gets so overwhelming.
So I can suggest 2 resolutions for the new year for people who are dealing with that kind of shit. The first is done is better than perfect but not done. If you can finish the damn thing and get it out the door, published into the world, even if it's imperfect, that is better than endlessly tinkering with it until it's fucking perfect, because it never will be perfect ever. So just done, get it out, right? Complete rather than perfection. Focus on that. The second thing is you don't actually have to finish everything like we were just discussing. Unfinished projects can still be worth doing they can still contribute to a better future. And sometimes, like, I can't tell you how many great books I've read where the author mentions in the afterword that they started it 20 years ago, lost the thread for it, lost the mode, whatever the case may be. It sat in a desk drawer for 20 years, and then one day, light bulb, and it became the best fucking novel ever, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do need to put things down and walk away and then come back to it. As long as you just remember you got to come back to it. That's the problem.
It's the thing. Like, don't try to force something that's I mean, yeah, in capitalism we have to force things, but like when it's something, a creative project, something that's under your exclusive control, don't be afraid to set it aside if you don't have the zest for it. If the passion isn't there, it'll show in your, it'll come off like AI slop if you don't care about it. If you're just trying to produce it just to produce it, it's much better to let it sit until that light bulb shows up on its own. Even if you die of old age before that happens, for the projects that it does happen, they will be much better projects for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes fresh eyes makes things easier to see, like, where you were going wrong or what you missed. Because it's almost like it's not yours anymore. Like, you know, you wrote all that, you understand all the information, but you've been so far removed that it's like, oh, okay, you're reading something somebody else wrote, and it's easier to not criticize, but to
see the holes.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a few authors. So there's different levels of authors, right? And how good they are versus how strict they adhere to certain methods. It isn't a one-to-one thing. Stephen King, for example, does almost none of this, but there's a method where you like write the thing, you write a certain amount every day, write and you write and you write until you've finished the story. And then you take the manuscript and you put it in a box for 3 to 6 months and you don't even look at it. And then after you've let that time pass so that the what you wrote gets fuzzy in the edges of your memory, then you can get it out and start editing, because now you can see what is actually extra bullshit that doesn't contribute to your story, or where you thought you explained something clearly but actually didn't, you know? So the editing is much more effective if you give it some time.
That's a good idea. I like that. Well, I have a bunch of video ideas that I wrote months ago, so I guess now's a good time to go back and reread them and be like, okay, is this bullshit or what?
So we're gonna make it 2026 a year of more creativity and being louder. We're only half an hour in and we've got some good goals so far. Let's see if we can solve world
all of that. I think that being louder is a necessity right now, and adding more voices to the course as well. Like, I do wish that there were other channels who use their platform like more wisely to bring more people.
Oh my goodness,
some voices, but whatever, that's what it is.
Okay, so I've been seeing there are some groups within the skeptical community who have been increasingly insular in recent years, which is to say, even though they once talked about the importance of bringing new faces in, at least so people in their audience can be aware of them, even if it's like a one-time thing, but also maybe getting new people into the rotation to keep things fresh and whatever. They've steered away from that because of various, let's say, traumatic events, but on the organizational level, like they bring someone on not knowing that that person had said something really horrible and it caused drama for the organization.
Right.
Didn't do their basic background checking, for example.
Yeah.
Other cases where a person like a permanent host, and then there was an issue with one of the behind the scenes people, and it created a personal rift that caused drama on the channel, and eventually that person had to leave the channel. Like, various things like this have made channels that are all about broadening the community suddenly become, nope, it's just us and only us, and no one, pay no attention to anyone else ever anywhere. You know, we're the only skeptics. We're the only true skeptics.
Yeah, it's like bad experiences just taint the whole well. And trust me, I think we've all can say we've been burnt at some point in our lives. But I just hope that I don't want to ever be jaded. Does that mean that maybe I'd be a little more careful and decisive when it comes to bringing somebody into my circle? Absolutely. But I think that we should learn lessons instead of just changing our hearts and changing our goal. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have to overreact like a fucking toddler and be like, it's all or nothing or whatever, you know? It's not like
hot. So I have a question.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to say, as somebody who currently has a toddler in her household, toddlers are better behaved most of the time.
Right? They know it's hot. They ain't gonna touch it. Damn.
Throwing fits. Like if you're not 100% with me, you're fucking my enemy and all this bullshit. But it must be said, some of these organizations have started to take their first steps into trying to bring more diverse voices into their sandboxes. And while it's horribly slow, it's painful to watch, I do have to give them props for taking steps. So there's that. That can be another thing that the community can aim at in the new year. And I mean, I get it. It's a difficult thing. Like, I started out trying to highlight new creators as I came across them on my channel. That was one of the things I wanted to do.
Even that webpage you set up was a big help to me. I found a bunch of creators.
Hell yeah.
Your list, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Even little me.
Me too.
Well, the size doesn't matter. That's a thing I keep trying to. It drives me crazy.
I don't know about that one.
The big channels are like, oh well, you're not big enough. You're not a benefit to me to put you on. You won't draw an audience, kind of thing. And I'm like, that's not the point. Like, look at for example, on some of the ACA shows. Some of the regular hosts either don't have channels or have very small channels. It's not the size of the channel that determines your ability to contribute. It's your personality and how you interact with the subject matter and the audience, you know?
There is one of my most favorite guests that I've had on my show, Felicia. She doesn't even have a channel. She doesn't want to make content. She just like hangs out on Discord. And I saw her, I think it was on Helen's show maybe. And I was like, I gotta have her on. And she was awesome. So like, yeah, you don't even have to have a channel or anything to be like a really powerful voice or have awesome stuff to say.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, take Jenny Morgan, for example, who, we all recently saw on Purple's 48-hour Christmas marathon thing. She popped in several channels. Granted, her lack of mic discipline drives me fucking crazy. But when it comes to advocacy, she's a very powerful voice. And she may have started a channel and I'm not aware of, but the last time I heard, she doesn't even have a channel, Like, she just shows up and does advocacy.
Yeah. Okay, so we're still speaking about goals for 2026, but we didn't hear from Jess, Lil, and Kelly's one word.
One word. One time.
No, I said my goal is no new dogs.
Hold on. Who? What? Both of your talker. Who? Sorry.
I put down motivation.
Okay.
Motivation. Got it.
That's good.
Well, where will I get that from? We shall see.
You gotta find fuel
from deep down, Kelly. And we're gonna cheer you on too, Kelly. So that counts, right?
I'm tempted to write down sanity because I would like a little bit more sanity in my household, but I don't think that one's gonna happen.
Sanity. Oh, that's a hard one. What about you, Jess?
I'm gonna put myself out there and say anxiety, honestly, because I think that's what's stopping me from releasing more content, leaving my attic of loveliness and just going out and doing things and being part of like community. And I've got so many atheist things near me or within like an hour of me that I really should be more involved with, I think. And I want to make an active effort to deal with my anxiety over crowds and people and socializing and doing all of that. And I want to put myself out there and just kind of help if I can help and go from there.
I had such a hard time with that when I first started. Like, I didn't think that I was sort of worthy of making content, that nobody would want to hear what I had to say. And the same thing was like my anxiety about being around people in person, because my hearing is a lot better when I am on the computer, right? Because I'm connected directly, everything's quiet. I'm like more able to listen straight to the one person that's talking. I have my subtitles at the top, it's a lot of more assistive
Yeah.
features that I have, right?
Easier to
And so in
focus.
person, yeah, if it's like right, if I'm like at a conference, or if we go to like a meeting in a restaurant or somewhere that's very loud, I had really bad anxiety about not being able to keep up with the conversations, and like people would think, oh well, she's kind of dumb or kind of weird, or doesn't talk very
Right.
much. And so it's like I had a really hard time with that, but people were so freaking welcoming. And if I had a hard time hearing, people would repeat it, or like, oh hey, let's go to like a more quiet spot, or like doing things that could actually help me communicate with them, rather than being like some people in my own family who, when I ask, hey, can you repeat that, they're like, oh, never mind. Kind of like, I think that was one of the biggest things for me, like people telling me, oh, never mind, like my hearing what they had to say wasn't really worthy for them to repeat it. And so that was sort of my fear with other people, thinking that, oh, they're not gonna care enough to help me connect with them. But that hasn't been the case at all.
Now, now I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
I get
coming
that a lot with my
from
own family.
I would
Yeah.
say this coming from my own thing. A lot of times, the people to piece up many times, I think that if they're not caring what I'm having to say, not really thinking about you may have a hearing problem or something like that.
Mhm.
So that's my personal problem within me,
Yeah.
and I know that's not right. I have anxiety really bad. That's how I believe, and I'm up here with you, lovely ladies.
Mhm.
Like I have,
But you fight it, and
I
I love
went.
that, Kelly. I'm glad that you're fighting it. That
I
even though
used
you
to
suffer with it, that it makes you nervous, and you're feeling maybe people are looking at you when no one cares. No one's looking at. I mean, they are, but you know what I mean. No one's judging you. We're all here to support each other. But your mind tells you something differently. But you're fighting it,
Yeah.
and I love that because I think we
Yeah,
all probably have some of that as well.
yeah. Like when
Mhm.
I went to a get together yesterday. I knew two people. I do not speak to people I do not know. If somebody doesn't come up to me and speak to me first, I'm not gonna speak. If we walking down the street, people says, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll respond back. But I never will speak to somebody first. It's how I am. When I'm at a Black non-believers event, I put myself out of that box because I know what they're there for. So I speak to them. Only that situation. Anything else? And people are like, Kelly, why you not saying nothing to nobody? I don't know them.
And,
Kelly.
in some ways, I kind of do the same thing. Like I'm very uncomfortable talking to total strangers. For various reasons that have to do with trauma, but that's not important. But when I'm at like an official function, like an event for a nonprofit I'm involved in, or the Comic Con I run, or whatever the case may be, I can set my own stuff aside because I'm like, they're not here for me.
Me.
They're here for the chairwoman of NocoCon. They're here for the
Yeah.
speaker at this event. So in an official capacity, I can be like, okay, so here's what you need to know, on that level, and not be all hung up on the my personal level.
Yeah. When people come up and they'll say, hey, this is like when Lisa did with you and me, this is my friend Kelly. And that's how we connected. So that was different. But if you just want me just to go in the wild, people, oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
I know that I was actually thinking that. I'm like, that's how we met. Is Mandisa was like, have you met my friend Kelly? And I'm like, did you just Barney Stinson us?
Now look at us.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
kind of did.
It's a match made in heaven.
Okay.
Oh goodness. But yeah, that was actually the first time I've met Mandisa in person too. So she could have done the
Oh
same thing.
wow.
Hi, have you met Mandisa? I should do that.
Oh,
at the next event I go
wow.
to. I could just walk up to people
That's
and be like,
funny.
"Hey, have you met Ember?"
I vote
I'm
for
going
this.
to
Yes.
introduce you to a friend of mine.
Me.
Her name is Ember, and you're going to love her.
You gotta do that thing where you're
And I
like,
lo-
oh, my
that
friend
was
over
one of
there
my
thinks they're
highlights.
cute, and then you run over there and you're the friend that thinks they're cute.
Me?
Now I have to meet Lil and Ryan in person.
I know we're gonna have to all make sure we
Yeah.
get together at some point at some atheist thingy
Well,
or
you
something.
know, if not to
Java
go back to
Jugs.
the audience size thing, but if the collective audience of the show gets large enough, some of these atheist events are going to start demanding to have a Java Jugs live, like just a live show on the main stage kind of thing.
They're gonna
It
demand it.
happens all the time at
I'd
Comic
be
Con.
down for that.
Like,
Hint, hint. Hint, hint.
yeah. So if y'all want to help with that, there's a very easy way to do it. You can push the YouTube buttons, whatever channel you're on. You can hit the like, you can subscribe to that channel, and most importantly, the share button, because that's the only way to get these videos in front of other people. The algorithm sure as hell isn't going to do it.
Oh Lord Jesus!
So
Oh,
send
the
us to people who might enjoy this kind of content, but also send us to people who would hate this kind of content. That red hat uncle who thinks women shouldn't be allowed to vote, piss him off. Fuck him.
He'll give us a lot of interaction,
Yeah.
a lot of algo boosting.
And even if you don't like the content, just hit the down button. It's still an interaction, right?
Oh, hey.
Leave a comment.
I'm
telling
an
us how much
atheist.
women
I
shouldn't
love
be
you,
allowed to
Esther.
make content.
Where you been, Esther?
Yeah, I love you,
Love
Esther.
you. We love
Woohoo!
you. It's good to see you. Esther's always live, so if you're,
I want you on my show one day.
Yeah, you should do that. Would
I'm
be a
not
good.
familiar.
that would
I'm
be
gonna have to
good.
go subscribe.
Yeah,
She's amazing.
she is. She discusses a lot about evangelicals in like different countries in Africa and like pastors who are doing crazy things, sexual things, just weird stuff in front of their church, or stealing, all those kind of scandal type stuff. Yeah, it's lots of fun.
Cynthia just had her on her channel
heard that.
recently. On the Roots Matter,
Oh,
Cynthia McDonald. Yeah, she was just on her channel. She was also a guest on in the Cut It Black Non-Believer channel a couple years ago when I first when I first branched off to become affiliate leader. She was the one of the first guests that we had when I came on.
Mm.
But yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, Esther's cool AF. So make sure you're subscribed. Do it.
Right. I mean,
That's
I haven't checked out her content yet, but I will take your word for it. And
Yes.
that means
Your New Year's resolution: find more atheists.
Subscribe to Esther.
Subscribe to Esther. That's the first one. Boop. Done.
okay. And
There we go.
all
One thing
right.
I
Now
did
you
do
have
during that
added.
marathon, I subscribed to everybody that was in the marathon. I've been trying to watch some of their content. Some I already was subscribed to, but it was
I think
others
there's
I
probably
was
like
not.
5 to 6 people I'd not.
Didn't
heard of.
know, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should go
So
through and
I'm
do the
gonna
same
go
thing.
look
Yeah.
Then I got a membership to the Rabbit Atheist. So I'm like, let me watch them because somebody gifted me a membership.
Oh yeah, that's Ed
fun.
Raby. He's a trip.
I've never. Yeah, I was like, let me watch them because I just got a free membership.
Yeah, okay. So I've updated the website that Ryan mentioned earlier with the list of creators. And there's Esther, the Afro Atheist.
Yay.
And you can find something like 100 different channels that now I'm not going to say you have to subscribe to all of them. These are all channels I wish I'd known about sooner because we never tell each other about other channels. Like, hey, you should go check out this channel. It's always, oh, hey, Ember, you finally found this channel. Why the fuck didn't you tell me, Titan? So I've made a list. All the channels I wish somebody had told me about sooner. Esther's on the list, and you can also find all of us on that list. All of the Java Jugs hosts, and our
This side is
respective
the side you need to be paying attention to. This is the best side right here. Yep. The highlighted side. Those are the best content creators.
So yeah, do find all of that. I should clarify for anybody who doesn't know, better than ember.com. All the stuff is there. The creator stuff is the creator tab. The Ember store I talk about, where we have the Java and Jugs on a mug. It should be a Java Jug. I don't know, whatever. Designed by Jess, that's in the store. And if those sell so that to the point that the producer sends me money, then that money will go to Jess because it's her design. We also have a fundraiser for RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network that helps domestic violence victims and others. There's a, what is it, a shirt? I don't have my links on this software.
There's a beautiful
but
model over there.
Yeah, there's stuff that isn't just like, even though it's the Ember store, it's the point is there's things that go other places in there too. I'm bad at talking it early.
Well,
Hey.
we are here for the tangents.
Yeah.
Nice,
There's
Spoopy.
science and
Good
spooky.
to see you. Happy Monday.
Science says, how the fuck did you not know about Esther? Because like I was just saying, no one tells other people about other channels. No one is saying, hey, you should check out this channel. It has really cool stuff and you might like it. That's why I made a list, because no one tells them anyone else.
Now you were told. Okay, I also did not know about Esther, and I just subscribed. So yeah.
I met Esther on Skeptic Haven, I think, years ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
cool.
I didn't know that. That's nice.
Long time ago.
I feel
Esther,
like I've met Esther, but I didn't know Esther had a channel, because that's another thing we don't do. And I maybe it's like considered a faux pas, but like when we run into each other in other spaces, like on say Skeptic Haven, for example, we don't often go, hey, I'm also a content creator, this is what I do, because it feels all self-promoty. But if we don't say so, then other people don't know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
gotta spread the word. Isn't the best form of advertising is just word of mouth? Isn't that what the MLMs say?
It's what they say, yes.
I guess we've been under the same rock, Ember.
I was also under
Cozy rock.
Same here.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of the rock.
I was not under a rock.
You
I was
knew.
not. I knew.
Kelly knew. For once, I knew something that the rest of y'all didn't know. Finally.
Yes.
Finally.
Me and Ryan were woke.
You know a lot of
Yes.
stuff the rest of us don't know.
We were very woke, you guys. We were woke before woke was
woke.
even awake. If you know what I mean.
For instance, the first time I ran across you, I believe, was also on Skeptic Haven. You were doing random shows, various shows, not random, but like various shows over there at the time.
Yeah, various.
You would mention pickle, but when you mentioned pickles, it like in the context, it came off as a double entendre, and I thought you meant something else.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
That song, you're like, I want to play with my pickles. It was
Right.
the dog, but it's still like, wait a second.
And
I like something.
speaking of playing with one's pickles, see what we
Do we
did
need
there?
a-
See what we did?
Do we need a little break? Do we need...
Smoothness of this segue. Let's play with our pickles.
Sometimes I chill or hang out at the bar, but I never stay long or go very far. You could say I am lame or that I am fickle, but I'd rather be at home playing with my pickle. That's my dog, she's a big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real. Don't take offense if I don't answer the phone. Instead I'm loving on my girl and giving her a bone. People call me a dud, like a busted missile. But I'd rather be in my bed, petting my pickle. That's my doggy, she's a big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real. That's my dog, she's a big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real. It's not that I don't like you or wanna hang out, but if I had to choose, never was there a doubt. If you need to feel good, in fact it might tickle, you should come to my house and wrestle with my pickle. That's my big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real.
All right. Give it up for
What
the
about
dogs.
more music videos in 2026? If we combine forces, we could probably produce enough clips and shit that we could do a whole show without ever actually having to be on camera. We can just go from music video to music video or whatever.
We probably could at some point, like if we just needed a day where we, for whatever reason, it was a Monday and none of us could be here, we just have a recorded show of all of our of just clips. Java
I
Jug
mean,
clips.
several like the ACA shows this week were all like replays of like the best 5 calls of the year or some shit, you know? Like we could do that too if we really wanted. Like TV shows used to do that all the time. Like when they needed a week off, they were a week behind in their production. They either rerun a show from earlier in the season or they do like a best of clips thing, depending on how much money they wanted to put into preparing the missed episode.
Yeah. It's funny when you're at the season or the part of the show where they're, you've gotten through so far that now they get to do that rehash thing for whatever reason. Maybe they're being judged in a courtroom, and so they start reliving all of these events from past TV shows. It's like, oh, okay, it's one of those shows where they're basically going to spend 1 or 2 minutes with the actual person, and the rest of the show is just going to be clips of stuff we've already seen. Not that I mind those shows, but every once in a while you just, it's that time in the show's life, the life cycle, where now they have enough shows behind them.
Well, time to watch a new show because this one's just about run out. Oh my goodness. What was it? Maybe I can't remember exactly which show. It may have been Scrubs, it may have been something else, but they did a show making fun of clip shows where they would it was just a setup after setup. Like they'd each get like a one-liner that would set up a flashback. And so the actual new content in the show was like 15 lines and the rest was just clips. The characters would be like, remember that time, and then they do it,
I guess it saves some money and maybe even production time.
I mean, probably, but also like doing it in a self-aware way specifically to make fun of that format. I mean, yes, it's also lazy for the same reason, but it's a valid point because it had been getting so overdone in the television production industry. Like soap operas, my fucking gods. There's some episodes of some of the longer running ones where there'd be a dramatic reveal and a character would walk in with a stylish goatee and there's a flashback showing where the same character without the goatee mysteriously fell out of an airplane or something, and everyone presumed he was dead 2 years ago, but now we find out he survived the fall. Like
Are those soap operas?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's so.
I used to watch them. Which one did I watch? Maybe Santa Barbara, but only because there was nothing on TV at that time when I came home. Those were the days where you had only a few channels, and so
those were the days of our lives.
Those were the days of our lives.
I'm talking about Santa Barbara when Eve got raped. That probably was one of the most deepest episodes of all the soap operas. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, that was really but that was really touched. Man, they went through a lot of. I think she actually won an award for her acting for that scene and everything. Then you found the police officer that helped her was the one that actually did it. Oh man, that was.
Are they
But
still
it was
on?
one.
People still watch them?
I don't think
Santa
so.
Barbara left. There's some. Young the rest is still there. They ain't going nowhere.
Oh my goodness,
Victor
young.
Newman ain't going nowhere.
Wow.
Oh goodness. Remember,
I
like,
mean,
how weird is it that the drama TV shows have to make the social points? Like, on this very special episode of Roseanne, the family will discuss themes of domestic violence. Like, I appreciate them, like, bringing awareness to things that affect them personally at random in a scattershot kind of way, but actually bringing attention to them. Where the fuck is Dateline in 2020 and the news organizations that are supposed to be telling us, hey, maybe we need to do something about rape culture because more people are being raped than ever? Yeah.
Well,
I
because
guess
we
wait
have
for
people
more
like Barry
people to
Weiss.
get because they can relate to watching a sitcom that they love, going through that in the real scenario type of situation, to just watching some man sit in front of a camera talking about it.
Yeah. Like you see yourself in that person on the screen who's experiencing it. Like, yeah, I've been
Yeah,
through.
I'm a single mother with children. I can
Mhm.
understand what it feels like.
Hello, Dylan. Good to see you.
Hello, Dylan. Never
Hello.
seen you, but
Happy
welcome.
Monday. Happy almost end of 2025. And back in the day, I used to make movie posters just for fun and practice with Photoshop. And I came up with a poster for the what was it, the 2016 inauguration? Obama became president in 2008, won again in 2012. So 2016 is when Trump took office the first, 2017. So right, 2016, late 2016, I made a movie poster with Trump and Giuliani and Mike Pence and all the fucking assholes. And in the background, I had, like, in red and kind of faded out like the ghost of Darth Sidious, a gorilla. And I titled it Harambe's Revenge.
Yeah.
This time the subhuman primates will smash everything or something like that. It just And
Harambe.
sadly, I thought it was a joke. But
And
yeah,
then you
Harambe's
found out.
Revenge. It all went wrong with Harambe.
You were
That's
predicting.
where we skewed into the Biff Tannen found the Betts book timeline. Fucking hell.
Biff. McFly. I want a different timeline. Is that possible?
Yeah. Okay. I have another question. Oh yeah. Business is really, really trying very hard over there on the side chat. Trying to convert out of us sinners and give us salvation and all that fun stuff.
Yes. Thank you, business.
I have accepted Jesus into my heart now.
Oh,
Thank you,
praise
business.
the didn't pass the tax rebate.
got
What if we
the-
made a
we-
church? What if we made
got
the
the
church
business with business.
secular women? And then we would all be tax exempt, right?
I mean, I've heard Jesus likes to be inside things, but I'm not sure hearts is his first choice. What he likes to be.
I don't know. He's not that kind of guy. The last time I heard, he was busy getting nailed by a bunch of Roman soldiers.
Okay, so he likes things inside him, not
No
got
lube.
it. Gotcha. No judgment here. No judgment.
Yeah.
No, we're
safely.
big fans of all flavors of the rainbow.
He walked around with 12 men. And at the end,
Listen,
he got nailed by more.
Like, yeah, if it's consensual and safe, you good to go.
Yeah, I don't care what you do.
I mean, also, it's worth noting that preference notwithstanding, Jesus may not have had the equipment because, he did
He only had
did
XX chromosomes,
not
right?
have a Y chromosome. So
Yeah, so he was
trans man Jesus.
Trans man Jesus.
Right.
That's why
okay.
he was all about love. He was a fucking hippie. He's like, guys, why can't we just have peace and love for everybody?
love everyone, literally.
And also table flipping for the fucking capitalists, which honestly also valid.
Yeah, he got a little perturbed when he saw people in the temple defiling it. So he went and, what you normally do. You just go into churches and you just start throwing shit around. Isn't that what you do when you are frustrated with the church?
Exactly. Okay. So as many of you know, I've told the story before. Wells Fargo, the bank, stole my house along with a bunch of other houses. They did a kind of equity theft fraud thing that it was before the 2008 bubble bullshit. That was a later thing. They just doubled people's payments over and over and over until it forced them out of their houses, and they got held accountable for it by the state of New York. They paid the largest fine a corporation had ever been fined in all of history for very, very illegal mortgage practices. Not that it got me my house back. So when people say to me, what would Jesus do? I think of him flipping the money lenders' tables in the temple, and I'm like, that Jesus I can definitely empathize with. Because we got to put the me in empathy, right, AJ?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You always gotta make it, about it's somewhere in there.
If it's not about you. We're making fun of one of AJ's callers on a show last night.
Oh god, yeah, that was pretty terrible. That was pretty terrible. Like
there was a crazy caller.
Yeah, basically trying to debate how well it was a whole ass mess of a call, but there was this part where all of a sudden atheists are terrible people, and because the other host Erin and myself were saying that we are empathetic people, that we don't need a child to die in order to be inspired to help other human beings. He was like, oh well, but like I can't have empathy unless something happens to me. And he was like, I only have empathy for homeless people because I was homeless once.
Right. It's the Republican view. It's we only care about it when it affects me,
And
wow, that's crazy as hell.
The worst part was that we were talking about my co-host having lost her nephew to childhood cancer. And this guy was like, well, this was God's way of inspiring his parents to find a cure for childhood cancer. And we were like, no, we don't need our child to die to be able to help people, find a cure. I was like, I donate time or money or whatever I have, whatever resources I have to childhood cancer organizations, not because I had a child die from cancer, but because I don't want that to happen in the first place, right? Like okay, there was a
it's
time
actually somewhat worse than that, because Erin kept saying my nephew, and the caller kept saying no, it was my auntie. I didn't say net. He was so not listening to anything anyone was saying. He assumed everything was about his story.
I know, it was
and
so
she would
bad.
specifically say my nephew, and he'd be like, no, I never said anything about my nephew. It was my auntie. Like, fucking hell. And even after the call finished, they finally wrapped up with him because he was not listening to anything. He goes off in the side chat about, I don't know why they kept saying auntie. It was my nephew. Or no, other way around. Whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, you're still not listening to anything ever. But AJ wasn't the only one to do a show last night. Lil, you had a birthday yesterday? Do I have that written?
Whoa.
Do you plan on doing one next year?
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully I'm still kicking. So hopefully I'll be here.
Better be.
I'm looking forward to it. So
you did a couple of things. You did a birthday stream on your own channel, which is Lil of All Trades for anyone who isn't subscribed yet. And I am now shaming for not subscribing, because you absolutely should be subscribed to all of us. Just throwing that out there. But you also did a guest spot on one of the objectively best shows on the entire internet, Bad Science Sunday. You were the guest of honor. Yeah.
It was so much fun. My dog Kip, not human-shaped Dr. Kip, dog-shaped Dr. Kip was quite opinionated. So she had some things to say.
Oh, no
I
doubt.
think
And you know, when the dog-shaped doctors have opinions, you need to pay the fuck attention.
Yes. They are
Right.
very, very
I
slow.
I feel special because I replaced somebody else in the outro. I won't say the name who I replaced, but I just
It was
got a
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
replacement.
I saw
I
that.
replaced
It was
somebody.
me. Ellie replaced me.
Yeah.
I saw it and giggled. Yeah, I was just like,
Definitely not.
yes.
You would have replaced me. That's how it would have worked. But yeah, I replaced somebody else
There's Maya with the
in the
link
video.
for anybody who isn't subbed to
It
Lil.
was
Lil of all trades, not hard. And if you can't find it for whatever reason, it's on the damn list. So just go to the website, right there. Bloop. Lil of
It
all
was-
trades.
honestly, even though it wasn't intended like this, it was honestly like the best birthday present. I have been looking forward to it for months, which I don't remember the last time I was seriously looking forward to my birthday. Literally last year, I did absolutely nothing. Didn't even go out to dinner or lunch or anything. I just didn't do anything. So it was really cool to actually do something this year for it.
Yay.
Now
Good for
I'm
you.
now waiting for my next time. I want to be like AJ and be on there like
I
20
know
times now.
being okay. So watching Bad Science Sunday is fun, but being on Bad Science Sunday is like a fucking present. It's
Mhm.
such a good time. It's amazing.
And
Honestly, everyone should do it at least once.
the hilarious thing about it is Maya asked me a couple months ago to do it, and she recommended the 28th. I was like, oh, that's my birthday. And she's like, we can reschedule. I'm like, no, don't reschedule. It's perfect.
The
So
birthday
it was
present,
great.
yeah.
A lot of fun. And I've got Dr. Kip right there.
Hello, puppy.
This is where she usually is. She's curled up and sleeping, but
That reminds me, we were discussing before we went live. I think it was before we went live, how Chris, who's the Daily Atheist Morning Show, which is one of the channels we're on right now for anybody who's watching any of the other channels. Chris does the Daily Atheist Morning Show Tuesday through Friday because we have completely stolen Mondays at this point. And he used to have a puppy cam where he had a special camera set aside so you could watch the puppies and whatnot while he was live. He hasn't used it in several months, so we've been saying that Chris needs to surrender the puppy cam to Lil so that Lil can show the puppies. If you're not going to use it.
I want to do. I actually do want to do a puppy cam because, like, I've got a big bench because they like jumping up here with me. So I've got a space that they can jump up here, and they're always right here. So yeah, a puppy cam is necessary.
So we'll just pipe you through in the morning, your puppy cam. You'll just have to make sure you never
Nope.
step in front of it naked or anything like that, Lil.
Or,
yeah,
if you want to, I've heard YouTube allows that sort of thing now. So whatever.
Oh, is it really allowing?
Well, if it's accidental, they won't censor your channel for it if it's a mistake.
Oops.
Okay, well that's good because hey, mistakes happen. Just saying.
I realized I realized a couple of days ago on a live stream that one of the it was an illustration, but I think it had boobies in it, and I'm just like, oh, I hope that doesn't get censored or demonetized or anything. But Gio's not monetized yet, but I don't want it to affect anything. But I'm not sure it's going to be a big deal, but still, I was just like, oh, that's not good.
I like to
I
use
hate to
art.
do this, but I'm gonna have to drop, guys. The windstorm is at a yellow and might be moving to a red, so I gotta get out of the attic.
Oh,
All right.
Hope it's okay.
Yeah.
I know how that is.
well, thank you for
and
joining.
All right.
and we don't lose power. I
But
can see
you're
the
gonna be
trees
my
going like
neighbor.
this.
You're gonna be my neighbor soon. We're right. We're gonna reach out and touch each other over the river.
Over the river, Kelly.
Yay.
We're gonna be like,
All
I
right.
can reach you now.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you for joining, Jess.
Bye.
Sorry about the weather, but definitely be safe because we want you with us in 2026 also. We love you. Stay healthy and don't die.
And we love
Bye.
you.
Love you guys too.
Love you. Also, since we were
Try not to
talking-
die is my perpetual. It's not even a New Year's resolution. It's just what I try to do. So far, I've been mostly successful at it. Sometimes I miss a bit, but oh my goodness. So it's
Just blows me
Jess's
away.
coming
I know
out
she's
day.
hot, isn't she?
You know, so some of us have to come out of the closet. She has to come out of the attic.
That's true. Oh, that's a good one.
It's an adventure. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. But yeah, lots of the country. That's another thing. Are we going to have a world next year? Because it seems like the weather severity is upping faster than even the most catastrophic predictions anticipated. Like we were getting stuff like, oh, by 2050, sea level gain will reach a certain point that we start to lose cities, or in some cases, entire fucking countries. There's a Pacific island nation that is being evacuated because there will be no island in a few more years. The whole nation just won't exist. And you know, we're looking at that kind of stuff, but we're getting like hurricane winds just sweeping the continent over and over. We're getting heat waves and intense cold waves, like intense deadly cold waves and just storm after storm. Like the weather is completely out of fucking control. I mean, in fairness, the weather has always been out of our control, but it's become chaotic and irregular in a very destructive way. And if this continues, which is to say, the current pattern not only doesn't normalize, but continues to get more chaotic, how much longer will we have humans to experience weather, do you think?
I do not know,
yeah,
but I trust the scientists, and I trust that we're having a greater effect on the planet than people are willing to admit, or just because they don't care. It's probably the bigger problem. They don't care.
Yeah, I mean, we have
we can trust the scientists. Science generates answers. It tells us what's happening and things we can do about it that are likely to be effective. And then we just not do anything with that information because our politicians are much more interested in chasing all the Latinos out of the country, you know?
Yeah.
They're the real problems.
Or crossing out information.
Latinos are the real problems.
Yeah, or because they don't think they're gonna need this earth for much longer, and you know they have eternal life somewhere else. So like, who the fuck cares about this house?
Yep. The earth belongs to Satan, and they're going to have a perfect, everlasting, spiritual, I don't know, otherworldly, dimensional kind of, however they want to explain it. So this earth is just something for them to use. They're not stewards of the planet.
It's more toddler logic. It's that bullshit little kid elementary school playground thing where they're like, just you wait till my daddy gets here, then you'll be in real trouble.
My big god daddy, my invisible zaddy in the sky.
My sky daddy.
Yeah, like even my family.
Do you know who my daddy is?
It's like
I'm
even my family, who tends to be like fairly conservative and didn't buy the climate was changing. They've even noticed how drastically the weather has changed here, even in the last 15 years. Like 15 years ago, we had 2 white Christmases in a row. This past week, it was like 80 degrees on Christmas. I was walking around in a tank top and shorts, and it's been like that the last several Christmases. Like it's
bad.
Even though, yes, I know weather in one day is not climate change, but they've noticed year over year it's gotten warmer and warmer. Our storms have gotten more violent. We're having tornado warnings all year round now on a regular basis. Like we usually get at least one massive storm that produces a tornado a month. It's ridiculous.
Tornadoes aren't real.
It's just
yeah.
My roof. I've had to
Not a
replace my
fan,
roof 3 times and my fence twice because of it.
When I was little, we had one tornado here in New York, and people were like, it's so remarkable because we don't get tornadoes. In fact, there were meteorologists on TV saying, no, it's a microburst. It's not a tornado because definitionally we don't get tornadoes. And people are like, what the dictionary says doesn't change the fact that there was a spinning funnel cloud eating people's houses. It's a tornado, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really get
We got 5 of them.
earthquakes in Midwest, but I've know of 2
Yeah.
that we've got. They were large ones, but we still got them. 2 earthquakes.
Anybody who knows me knows I'm a little bit of a weather and geology nerd. When I lived in Indiana, just a little. Whenever I
He's
lived in
doing storm
Indiana,
chasing. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video.
I would love to. No kidding. When I lived in Indiana, I was coming down here for like a visit for my family and stuff, and I was driving. We stopped at somewhere in Illinois to eat. And the second we sit down, I get an alert on my phone that there was an earthquake in Bloomington that I could have felt at my house if I was there. Only one that's ever happened to me. About a week later, when we left, we stopped at the same place to get to eat, which is just kind of like mine and my son's tradition that we always did. I get a tornado warning on my phone from my parents' house in Texas. I was just like, why am I missing all this? At least if it's going to be there, let me experience it.
They can miss me. I'm good.
I did a
I'm
similar
the
thing in
person.
California.
I'm the person that's going to be in the middle of the street, like filming the thing until it's like right on top of me.
I want to see I saw Twisters. I want to do storm chasing. Although the one time I actually did get close to a storm, it was raining so hard you couldn't see it until it was like 100 meters away.
Oh my!
And then you just crap your pants. It's like, oh shit, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I remember having to go in the hallway and sitting, tucked like that. Because you could feel a little shaking. It wasn't that bad. A little shaking. You would just sit there in the hallway with your knees up like this till the storm passed.
I remember when I was
shaking stopped.
Probably about 9. Me and my dad were on the front porch. We were watching this massive storm come in. He runs inside to check the radar, runs outside, scoops me up with one arm, scoops my mom up as he runs through the living room, throws both of us into the hall closet, is like, stay there. And apparently there was a tornado like less than a mile away when that happened. Like, I still remember that crystal clear. Growing up in Tornado Alley, what can you do?
Yeah, you gotta that kind of thing. It just...
Yeah.
I actually, when I was little, I was a big nerd as well. I know, shock and surprise. No one saw that coming.
Really?
So I designed. I got into architecture so I could design my own house, and one of the houses I designed was a hobbit hole. Partly because hobbits, hobbit means comfort, but also because if it's underground, it's basically immune to tornadoes. Because tornadoes they'll like dig up a little channel of dust or something, but they don't go into the ground. So if your entire roof is earth, and I don't mean like moss shingles, but I mean like your house is built into a hill, you're immune to tornadoes effectively. Now flooding, that may be another issue, but that's why you want to build into a hillside up the hill, right? But anyway, I designed this house specifically to make it tornado proof. And I don't know why we're not doing that in tornado zones, because it's actually considerably cheaper than importing fuck tons of pine and all this other shit.
Well, like here, for instance, you can't have stuff underground because the soil underneath, it'll just destroy it in like 10 years because it shifts so much. So there's, I think, one person who has a tornado shelter in our neighborhood. They got it about 10 years ago, and it already needs to be replaced because it's already cracking. But for most tornadoes here, at least, if you live in a well-built house with an interior room, you're probably fine. And if you're not, there's like 1,000 places in like a mile radius to go, and you usually have enough warning to get out of the way if it's a big enough tornado. So,
Have you considered like holding a Bible between you and the tornado?
no, I should try that next time.
I rebuke you.
That might work.
And the miraculous thing is, everything will be destroyed but the Bible. And that will show you how wonderful God is.
Version of the Bible, because I've got to make sure to get that right. Because
Right, we have
version.
it only counts if you use the right translation of the right a collection of the right denomination's version of things.
Maybe I can just build
Unless you get in the Dead Sea Scrolls, it don't matter. That's the only one that's gonna work.
We need the great Isaiah scroll to protect us from
I
the
have
wrath
this.
of the
Does this
divine.
work?
That's the only thing.
This
I don't know
might
if that
work,
book
at least for
exists.
at least for hair protection.
At least that one has scripture that's written in its original language. So
Yes,
Hey,
maybe
fair.
there's magical properties from that.
maybe.
He should have put, but did he put on the first page, this is the true word? Is this a true book?
I've never seen a holy book that says that, actually.
Doesn't the Quran say that?
Say what?
That it is the one true book?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me see.
I
I'm gonna have to
Paul
look.
said that all
Does
scripture were
God-
inspired by God and beneficial. Was it Paul that said?
It
No, maybe it wasn't
is
Paul. All scripture is inspired and beneficial for teaching, reproving, setting things straight. I don't know who said it. Somebody said it, and it's in the Bible somewhere.
Okay, Google
is
does
Cat
say.
Here.
Okay,
do have-
anyways, Google says
We're all looking
the
face.
Quran explicitly presents itself as the ultimate true scripture from God.
Sure, but they all do that. Like what's the question is, does it start like the opening line saying this is the only truth kind of thing?
Yeah.
We probably just need a Quran viewer, but probably in a language we can speak.
Pardon.
Is there like a Quran version of the Bible Gateway?
I don't know.
Let's try Quran
Probably,
Gateway.
but
There is. Amazing. It doesn't seem to be working very well, but there's a site there.
underway.
Yeah, I want to. Oh, it's not letting me open the website. Like the Quran itself, it's kind of outdated technologically.
It's cock
Shock
blocking.
and surprise.
It's cock blocking you.
Let's see what else. International Quranic Studies Association, a new tool for studying the Quranic text, and it goes to Quran Gateway. God damn it. Allah, what have you done? Your followers are fucking ridiculous. I mean, Jesus's followers are fucking ridiculous too, but like in a different way. Oh yeah.
Is there a Klingon Quran? Should be if there isn't. I'd read it that way.
I don't know. If
there
it's
a
written
market?
in Klingon, then we could get Dapper to help us read it.
Oh, do they know
Mhm.
Klingon?
Yeah, Dapper learned. What was it for a bet? It was so long ago, but yeah, Dapper learned Klingon.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
he's
That's
not a
fine. I wish I
language.
could, but if I'm gonna learn a language, it's probably going to be something a little more useful in everyday life.
Muslim nerds translate Quran to Klingon. It's from Islamica News in 2014.
Wow,
Amazing.
there's a market for everything. There's a niche for everything.
I mean, well, the important thing is that there's fans of Star Trek in every group of humans.
In every
Mhm.
galaxy.
Like that's how universal Star Trek is. That even Muslims love it, Christians love it, secular folk are like, this is the future liberals want. Like the only people who hate it are like illiterate people who wear red hats. They're like, oh, socialism. Look at everyone with equal rights and healthcare. What a terrible future.
They also apparently don't like Arabic numerals.
What?
Oh yeah.
I said they also apparently don't like Arabic numerals.
Oh, they never have.
They're
So
terrible.
stupid.
Terrible. They're
Yeah,
corrupting the
awful.
children.
Yes. How dare they?
That's the same level of embarrassment of that blonde girl saying that Puerto Rico isn't one of our
States,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
territories.
Yeah, derp.
What's not part of the United States? They speak fucking hell. Not everywhere that speaks English is part of the U.S. Like that. There's no logic to that logic, right? Like
There isn't.
There's no law that says you have to speak English.
But there's no official language.
How could there be when so many
people.
people spoke different languages?
Exactly. Like that was the thing. People don't seem to realize that the ethnicity Hispanic exists because half of the United States is just the north half of Mexico. We just stole the north half of Mexico. We beat them in a war and we just conquered half their country. And part of the treaty negotiations for that, and I think it was 1848 off the top of my head. I may be off by a little bit. It might be like 1854, whatever. But basically, Mexico was like, all right, we will surrender this territory to you, but there is a problem that has to be solved. Your constitution says only white men are citizens. Everyone else is property. None of our citizens are white men. What are we going to do? And so they had to create the ethnicity of Hispanic to cover Latino people, because they could be just as white as anyone, or they could be just as dark as anyone, or they could be, native First Nation people, or any mixture thereof, because that's what the population of Mexico has always been, at least since the Spanish showed up. But I digress. So they created the ethnic group Hispanic, and they made it a subset of white, even though a large number of Latino people are not white, strictly speaking, because only white people could be citizens. That way, the citizens that the United States inherited from Mexico would get to be citizens, because not doing that would mean a whole bunch of people are owning all the land and businesses and whatnot in all the cities, and they're not citizens. And you're definitely going to have a civil war if you try to pull that shit,
Yeah,
It's crazy they're trying to make it a crime
that kind of stuff. It kind of pisses you off.
Sorry, what'd you say, Kelly?
I said that's what kind of pisses you off with how America got all the states and stuff like that. A lot of the states, especially Hawaii. That's something I really.
It's a naval base. I mean, I know it's not, but I'm saying that's what they're polluting the water there. They're polluting the government. Freaking Oprah Winfrey. Like, why are these big celebrities going and buying people's countries, like islands? Like, how is that okay?
Because it was Americans doing it, and no one's going to stop them.
And another big problem is that they're buying up all the land that's next to the beaches, that's beautiful, that's more, inhabitable. And now people who have been born there, live there generations upon generations, can't even go enjoy the beach. It has
the largest number of homelessness. The largest number of homelessness, like sad.
It is. It really, really. I would love to go to Hawaii. Actually, we had a free trip. My husband got a free trip from his job, and I asked for us to not go, so we didn't go. I just couldn't do it. There was water shortages between the Malibu fires. I mean, I was like, this is not it. Why would you even schedule? It was a work thing. Why would you even schedule Hawaii as a place to go when they're going through this
insane
tragic event?
I wouldn't want to go to the main island.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys, long tirade there.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're good.
I be getting that way too when it comes to that.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
Hawaii, I mean Hawaii, Puerto Rico, we treat these places as if they're just
Property.
fodder.
Tourist spots. Yeah.
What
Just
they
tours,
say,
right?
they are
That's
frozen garbage. What that man say? The Trump comedian said the traveling garbage in
well,
the
that's
sea
right.
or something. He said stupid. Like how they put it, but it was some. He basically said Puerto Rico was a pile of garbage. That was it.
That's I mean, a majority of the people from his administration talk about other countries, unless they're something to gain, right? Like they're going to get some kind of trade off. See, every other country is just some kind of third world or Marxist. Or, they're just an enemy of ours that we need to be mindful of or watch. Like,
Well,
oh,
it's,
man,
it's
you just
funny
see
So
everybody
you
when,
as an
got
enemy, even
when
your
they
own
call a
people.
country a shithole country because those shithole countries don't have travel restrictions placed on them by every other country. The U.S. does. So
Mhm. The irony
Mhm.
and audacity of making it difficult, uncomfortable for people to travel to this country for even simple things as tourism, but business, what have you, and be unsafe. Like they would want to do that. They want to come here for the freaking FIFA crap, knowing that the ice is just going to be standing outside waiting. What?
Uh-huh.
You're going
ground
to come
or
here to walk
What?
into a trap and be
I-
sent to CCOT? Get out of here.
they're so preoccupied with effort. Like there's people who do have legitimate business who will not come in person. They're like, no, we have to figure out how to do a Zoom meeting now because they're so preoccupied with their political bullshit that one of the things that TSA is pushing is you have to surrender your DNA so they can run a karyotype so they can determine if you're a trans person with a passport that doesn't match your genetic identity. And like they're so obsessed. You have any
whoa.
idea how much a karyotype test costs? And they want to do it for every single foreign person? Holy shit. But let's
Wow.
talk about how much money Doge is saving.
Yeah, how much money Doge is saving my well, they
Stuff
saved
like
a lot
that
of money
just
on Adobe.
They sure did.
pisses
The Adobe
pisses
license.
me behind
Oh
the
yeah.
F off.
Oh my goodness. What'd you say, Kelly? Sorry.
Stuff like that just pisses me more than what I can say off.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. A lot more that I wish I could say. Which is just a string
Yeah,
of
I want to say I want to beep 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 beep
yeah.
beep.
Beep, beep. I need the dolphin sound from SpongeBob when they would curse, and it was just like it was the dolphin sound coming out, and they would just keep doing it. That's what I need, just a string
I
of it.
like Emma Thorne uses a duck quack.
Oh yeah, I like the whack. I think I've used the
Yeah.
whack too.
Love it.
Yeah, so I was talking with girl from my mom. I told you guys one of my cousins had passed a couple days ago, wherever I found out this morning. But anyway, so I don't know how me and mom got talking about the different but stutter, the different presidents and stuff like that. And so I was like, I'm gonna say this, but Franklin Delano was not the greatest president everybody thought that he was.
What?
And so my
How
mom
dare.
got
How dare.
angry. My mom got angry. We talking about Eleanor and that she had an affair. I said, well, he did too. And then I was talking and I was like, what different was he with how he did the Japanese with how we did the Arabic American community? Well, they bombed Pearl Harbor and that's why he did what he did. I said, but he picked on people that were citizens for years here. He didn't mess with the Japanese in itself. He got the people that were living here, being citizens that want to bother nobody. The same thing what Bush tried to do with the Arabic Americans that was just trying to live their lives. And this stuff never is going to change. They go from one group to another group. Now it's trans
Yeah,
people.
targeting.
And that's all they do. They go from one minority group to another minority group, picking on one who
And
they feel
separate.
is the weaker link, as I'm gonna say.
And
They
they
feel the weaker link.
divide. They try to divide because groups who are marginalized know that their strength is in numbers, and with realizing that the fight that you're fighting for your own group is likely the same fight that another group is having. And though, I mean, the Israel specifically said that they were going to ramp up Islamophobia in order to get people to dislike people who are Muslim. And I just yesterday or the day before unfollowed at XJW because they just went on some Islamophobic tirade. And I was like, and this is a doctor. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I left a comment as much, and somebody said Islamophobia doesn't exist. I was like, oh.
Wow.
Okay.
And there you go. And there you go. They're all bad people.
In a lot of cases, people are just xenophobic bigots. But on the political level, it is just distraction. It is just winding people up and pointing them at someone to hate. They read 1984 and they thought it was a guidebook. It's fucking hell. And they're transparent about it too, because we saw that they went directly from hating Black people to hating gay people. It was like the day Ruby Bridges got into school, they started talking about, oh, we need to deal with the gays now. It was like, right. And as soon, like 2015, as soon as the Supreme Court ruled that they couldn't ban gay marriage anymore, like the next day, they were having strategy meetings about how we need to take all the anti-Black and all the anti-gay rhetoric and copy and paste, do a find and replace kind of thing, and make it about trans people. Which is why, if you look, it's the same arguments, it's the same rhetoric. It's seed design creationists of bigotry. It just it's so transparent. But the dumb fuckers who are proudly illiterate and don that red hat, they don't know any better because they're proudly illiterate and ignorant of all of history.
And they're okay with it.
I don't understand that.
Safety,
and that's what gets me when it comes to the different minority groups and how we get marginalized and how we don't stick together. It's sad. Like during Black Lives Matter protests, many of them were attacking trans people. Why were you doing that? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's like you're not getting it. It's like you're almost there. You're almost there. It's like the bottom line is like, let's stop dehumanizing people. Can you get to that bottom line? Can you realize that like that's not helping the situation by just directing the heat to another group of people? That's really what you want to do. You want to take the heat off yourself so you can point it at an even smaller marginalized. Like that's absolutely fanatical.
Right. Like Maya says,
what was that movie? Hold up. What she said? Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Maya says it's a little facetious. They don't have meetings for that. Idiots just find the same talking points compelling. Partially true. What I'm referring to with the meetings is the think tanks, the propaganda mills, like the Manhattan Institute or Mass Resistance or whatever the fuck that group in Houston who made up the trans people in bathrooms thing, which was actually just repurposing Phyllis Schlafly's "What if gay people in bathrooms" thing. It's there are people who get paid to come up with this bullshit, and they do have meetings, and they just throw all of it at the wall and see what the idiots go chasing after. It's professional red herring development.
It's all rich people. Like behind all of the think tanks and the lobbying groups, it's people with a lot of money who just want to, I don't know, take from the people who've gotten them the wealth that they have. They're workers, the everyday people. They want more power. It sadistic. Like they must be absolutely sadistic to have all you have and then continue to you see an 18-year-old boy, which was fucking Charlie Kirk, and decide you want to pump millions of dollars into him because you like his rhetoric, because he's divisive. Wow. And then people tout that, wow, Charlie Kirk, he built this from the ground up. Oh, honey. He got an influx of cash. He was flush. Anyone with millions of dollars could make like a good business or use terrible talking points to come up with a think tank or organization like Turning Point. give me a break. There's nothing special about any of these people other than they're attached to some kind of rich mouthpiece or zaddy, if you will. It's paying them the big bucks just to spread their hatred. Oh,
And it's true for all of them. Like so many people, like Candace Owens, for example, she started out as a lefty, and then she went to like celebrity gossip posting, and then Dennis Prager was like, "Hey, we need a black person who's willing to be contrarian." And she's like, "Oh, millions of dollars? Absolutely, I'm your girl." And she worked for Dennis Prager for a few years before she started working with Charlie Kirk and then the Daily Wire, and just
Daily
it's
Wire,
the
yep.
same thing every time. Like as soon as Candace left Prager's employ to go work at the Daily Wire, they hired Amala Ikpanobi to replace her because they need a black woman willing to
Right.
say, "We need to suck white daddy's dick or the country will fall apart." And she
Yep.
gets millions of dollars for it.
And you know what I noticed too? I did an Erica Kirk video, and so I was just looking at some of like the TP USA website stuff. And I found it interesting that like on the education pages that there's a lot of black children. Like, you know, it's like they're intentionally, because what I'm saying is the JWs do this same kind of messaging. They'll use black faces in their advertisements, if you will, because that is their key audience. Honestly, they're starting to bring in more people of color into their group than any other group. Why is
They
that?
understand that representation does matter, no matter how much they bitch about woke. They complain about virtue signaling because to them that's what they're doing. They're just virtue signaling. They're like,
Right.
"Look at
It's
us,
actually
we're
fair.
inclusive. You see yourself in our ads. Come be with us. Come give us your tithe money and shit." It's fucking like they say every accusation by the conservatives is a confession, and it's so much more true than we ever fucking
Yes.
believe.
I can't believe that I mean, I know why I didn't get it at first. It's just the level of gaslighting you start to internalize, and you think that you're like, it's all my fault. The reason this bad stuff is happening is all my fault. And they're so they're so good at that, aren't they? And you just ignore the problems because it's obviously just your fault. Like freaking abused, like an abused person. What could I do better?
Well, I mean, that's also partly because they have a large degree of control to our education system, our media, our entertainment, etc. And so they've created this echo box in the culture. I mean, from the ground up, from education, they're making people dumber on purpose, because the dumber people are, the more susceptible they are for those red herrings,
The
for those
grooming.
distractions, for the bullshit propaganda they're peddling, the outright lies they're peddling. Christians are being slaughtered in Nigeria. We have to intervene militarily for some reason.
We have to bomb people to save them. Don't you guys know that if you drop bombs and murder innocent people, that's how you save them?
You can thank Texas for that one. Ted Cruz started that stupid rumor. He's a fucking dumbass.
I really wish I understood how you can bomb yourself into peace. That concept is...
Well, technically, if you
dumb.
bomb everyone, there will be peace. There will be no more violence.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that's okay. Well, then they got billions of more people they've missed.
We're working on it. We all got to take a number.
They're doing it slowly through our food and not letting us get vaccines.
Right? Remember the Georgia Guidestones? How it said you have to reduce the population to like 500 million? They're working on it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They have to do it carefully though, because like they figured out that you can't just release a disease vector and hope it kills only the poor people. That doesn't actually work out for you, because it kills at random. It doesn't kill enough people, and it does kill some of your special people who are differentiated by having larger bank accounts. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
collateral damage.
Yeah,
collateral damage, and justifies the means.
Yeah.
As long as people are dead and suffering, then God's work is done.
Just
God's will.
They say money is the root of all evil. Do you suppose that's also kind of original sin in a symbolic way? Because it seems to be that it's love of money that like is justifying all the bullshit.
Well, if it's then the church needs to stop asking for money, and we need to start taxing them MFers. When we said eat the rich, we were talking about the churches too. Yes, honey, I'm talking about big box church. Y'all need to be eating
Yeah.
bite by bite. Let's start chomping and chewing. Let's do
Those
it. Swallow
churches
with
that are
swallow.
converted stadiums.
Yeah, because it
I
seems
mean,
like the smaller churches are do more than what the bigger churches do.
yes, because I think they're more organic. They're more local. They care about the people, the
Yeah.
outreach. But these big churches, it's all about the prosper gospel. If you give, you will get. So give, give, give. And all the root of your problems in your life is because you're not preaching
Come
enough, you're
on,
not
get
praying
that.
enough, you're hanging out with the wrong people, you're not focused on your Bible stuff. Like they'll just give you, it's like the worst pep talk in the world. You can do this.
Get
You
your
got
get
this.
your $50
Wow.
blessing. What?
Yeah, all blessing. If you do God's will, He's gonna bless you, guaranteed.
So
And by doing God's will, you got to donate. You got to give to the church all your money.
that's right. And I have to scoot soon to prep for the next show, but I
Oh, snap,
want
yes.
to I want to leave y'all with a bit of wisdom for the new year is the understanding that you don't have to actually send organizations money to earn your way in the new year. You can do better on your own by yourself, but you don't have to do it by yourself because whatever your disposition in life, there are people waiting for you to be in community with them, including a community like this one for skeptical people who believe in the voices of women and diverse individuals, regardless of sex, gender, ethnicity, all the things, right? If you're a good person, even if you're religious, but you want to learn, you want to be a better person, you're welcome here. However, if you send in love offerings, I can guarantee you will get more of us in the year to come. So with that, I'm gonna
That
scoot.
part.
Join me in a few minutes on Better Than Ember if you're not over there already. For today's hot topic, we're doing the history of consciousness because we're doing science and history and philosophy stuff now, and I fucking love it. So I hope you join us there. And otherwise, y'all have yourselves a wonderful fucking new year and try not to die.
Yay! Happy
Mwah.
New Year!
Happy New
Happy
Year!
New Year, Amber.
Oh,
Yay.
wait. I am also gonna step out to get ready for
Okay.
Amber's show because I want to join, but I gotta take my puppies out first.
I was figuring you was gonna join. I figured.
Yeah.
I was like, if nobody else
Give
joins, it's
to
gonna
Shill.
be AJ.
Yeah.
Do you have to shill anything quick, or you just got to go?
Oh, what am I doing? Like shows and stuff.
Yeah, if you have
Right
anything.
now, I don't have anything scheduled because I'm working on January's schedule, but I have lots of plans. I know I'm gonna have Sydney Davis on,
Oh,
my twin.
oh, you forgot about me, huh?
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
I feel so hurt now.
I know that's because that's like on the second, literally the
Yeah.
second day of January. So it's melding into my December. Okay. So yes, Kelly and I I can't remember which order, but one of us goes first and the other one goes
You
second.
go first.
Right. Okay. We're gonna do both of our shows on our channels, but we are gonna be on each other's channel. So you're gonna see our faces probably for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours straight. Something like
Sorry.
that. We'll see how
Sorry
long.
about that.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Come on.
I apologize. I apologize. You're gonna see me. That
So
butt.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Make
That's
sure
gonna
you
be that's gonna be a good way to like start our year, right? Because it's like literally my first
I
show
wasn't
of
thinking
the year.
myself. I ended my year with Lil, and I'll start my year with you.
Love it.
Oh,
I'm
That's
excited
just
about
how you
that.
do it. I need to have Ryan somewhere in the middle.
oh, make a sandwich.
I know. Ooh.
Does anybody else have anything they want to shill before we go?
All right, I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
AJ just said me and her, and then I have Eli Slack coming on the 3rd, and then I'm gonna be on Cynthia McDonald channel, The Ruth Matter,
Nice.
on the 4th. Tell them the dates right, and then the 6th it will be a Consular Kelly's.
The Council of Kellys.
So yes, Kelly Detroit Atheist Queen Kelly, Kelly Laughlin, and Godless Granny Kelly. We'll be doing that on my channel. So that's what's going on right now for the first week. There'll be other things
Nice.
coming up after that.
Awesome.
So you're gonna
make
get
sure y'all
sick. So you're gonna get sick and tired of me.
Nah, not at all. Make sure y'all are subscribed
Never.
to Detroit Atheist Queen, por favor. And Lilith, you got anything?
Not really, not other than the stuff that I'm usually up. I'll probably be doing a couple live streams off at random times through the week. So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. All right, guys. Make sure you're giving Lil of All Trades a follow as well. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. It was great to see you. Don't forget to join us here tomorrow again at 9 a.m. with myself and Chris on the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I just released a video on Erica Kirk, just kind of my opinion, not a deep dive or anything, but just some of her problematic behavior. So check that out if you will. And on that note, I hope you all have a great day, a great holiday. If we don't see you before the new year, I love you, lovely ladies. Thank you for being here with me today.
Love you too.
See you guys soon. Bye.
Happy